Well, good morning everybody from Las Vegas here at the Venetian Hotel, and what a press conference we have here, what a fight we have here. December 4th, MGM Grand, live on the zone. Devin Haney will defend his WBC World Lightweight Championship against the former two-weight world champion looking to become a three-weight world champion, JOJO Diaz. It marks an incredible run live on the zone, 10 events in the next 7 weeks in 6 different countries. Of course, next week we have a big double header with Kid Galahad in Sheffield with Terry Harper, Chris Billham-Smith, and then we pass over to Golden Boy for Munguia against Rosado. Then we have a World Championship quadruple header with Demetrius Andrade, Julio Cesar Martinez, Akhmad Aliyev and Kaylee Reese against Kumara. Then of course at Madison Square Garden, Teofimo Lopez against George Kambosos, followed by, in Las Vegas, Haney against Diaz, Conor Benn, Katie Taylor on the 11th, Chisora and a huge card in Manchester. It's an incredible year, incredible end to a great year live on the zone. We're here today to talk about this tremendous fight. I thought we wouldn't get there. Plenty of talk on social media, and I'm so delighted that these two fighters have put pen to paper for an incredible fight here in Las Vegas. General sale has just begun. We did over 3,000 just on pre-sale yesterday, expecting a full-up MGM Grand for a great fight on December 4th. We're going to talk to both teams and fighters, of course, and Robert Diaz, thank you so much for helping to get this deal over the line with Golden Boy. Lots of backwards and forwards, of course. Unfortunately for Ryan Garcia, putting out the original fight with JOJO Diaz, it was a blessing for us that this fight could take place, and I know you and the team very confident that your man can be victorious and become a three-weight world champion on December 4th.
Absolutely. Thank you, Eddie. Thanks for having us here today. But this just shows, this is proof right here, that when the fighters want to fight, and it's not just talk, fights can get done. Promoters are willing to work together, fights can get done. With JOJO Diaz, this is not anything new. You guys know how he's come up. His whole career has been tough, but his whole career he's been raising his hand. I will fight anybody. Here's proof. We're here today to announce this great fight, but it takes two. Here's a young man with a lot of talent who's willing to step in the ring with anybody. Come December 4th, it is a real fight. It's an even fight. Devin reminds me a lot of a fighter from the past, Prince Naseem Hamed, a flashy, badass fighter. But JOJO reminds me a lot of a little Mexican fighter named Marco Antonio Barrera. And what did he do at the MGM Grand? Well, you will see December 4th. Thank you.
Robert, you were a big part of the Linares team, obviously last time out in May, a tremendous fight with Devin Haney. His first real step up in that fight as well, but expect a different kind of challenge from JOJO Diaz. I know he's been quite vocal that he felt Linares was at the back end of his career, and said that he beat an old man that night. We saw a motivated Linares, but a whole different challenge in JOJO Diaz.
Absolutely, Eddie. Jorge Linares, we all know, put on a great performance. Devin, congratulations. You did surprise me because you showed a lot of experience in the fight. Even though you hadn't been in that type of fight, you needed that type of fight to get you to another level. The difference between Linares and JOJO is about 10 years difference. I mean, there's a big age difference and activity. JOJO's been active where Jorge wasn't. So JOJO, come round one, we'll get started round one, not in round 8.
Thank you, Robert. Bill, welcome as partners with Devin Haney Promotions. Literally, every time I asked you about an opponent, and there was probably 4 or 5 options for this day, yes is always the answer. You guys really are ready to step up and fight anyone in the division. I know you're particularly happy to see this challenge for Devin. Back in Las Vegas, we had a great crowd for Haney against Linares last time. I think we filled up the MGM this time, and right fight, right time for Devin Haney.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank DAZN, Golden Boy, Matchroom, and everyone that had the patience to make this fight happen. I believe that this fight, not only for Devin, is the right fight, it's the right next fight, but it's the right next fight for JOJO. Me and JOJO got a chance to talk, and JOJO was a man of his word. I think that things got a little bit shaky, we got a little bit worried, but all in all, the fight is happening. as far as Mr. Diaz, you know, he's a great man. You know, he's saying different suit, same thing that he said with Jorge Linares. So, you know what I mean? He came and said that they were going to do the same thing that he's saying with JoJo. The experience, I think we have to count Devin for all the experience that he did get in that fight against Jorge Linares. Tremendous fight. Come December 4th, now we have JoJo Diaz. Just another step in the legacy of one of the best fighters in the world in Devin Haney.
This fight probably took maybe a week or two longer to make than we hoped. You know, we saw the stuff back and forward on social media, and then it died down a little bit, and then we got it made. Only 4 weeks this Saturday, this fight. You're confident of Devin's preparation? Obviously, he knew that he was always fighting in December as well, but sometimes difficult for a fighter to get dialed in without that opponent confirmed. But happy with his preparation and believe he's going to make a big statement at the MGM Grand on December 4th.
Well, ironically, Devin is the champion, but in this particular case, he's the one that's hunting. He's been hunting for JoJo Diaz. We were under the assumption that JoJo, when he fought against Javier Fortuna, that he was going to beat Devin's mandatory. So we've been preparing for him. We're not underprepared by any scope. 4 weeks, we've been preparing for, you know, since he was to become the mandatory. So we're ready for JoJo Diaz, and we're hoping that he's ready as well, because Devin is going to come. You know, I mean, we saw round 1, he was ready for Jorge Linares. We expect JoJo to come round 1, because Devin is going to be there from round 1 to round 12. And I don't think that it's going to go there. I think that he's going to stop JoJo and put on fighting performance.
JoJo, welcome, and thank you so much for taking this opportunity. You said you'd take it when the Ryan Garcia fight fell through. You said you'd sign. You did sign. Opportunity for you December 4th, live on the zone, to become a 3-weight world champion. Massive opportunity. You ready to take this chance?
Oh, absolutely, man. First off, I want to thank God for, you know, giving me this opportunity to actually live the dream that I've been dreaming about ever since I was 13, man. To be fighting the main event here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand, especially for a world title, WBC, green belt. I've been dreaming about this moment ever since I was a little kid, man. And for me to actually be living in this present, living in this moment, I'm just very thankful. So I want to give a shout out to God for that. I want to thank Golden Boy, MTK, my advisors, Eddie Hearn, DAZN, Devin Haney for actually accepting the fight as well and making this shit happen. This is going to be a tremendous night of an action-packed fight. I know that Devin Haney is a really, really skilled, elusive fighter, but I'm a dog, and I'm the type of person that has already been in there and dealt with the experience and dealt with that adversity, where I know where it is to be killed or you get killed. And I'm just going to go out there and just do what I got to do to become victorious, no matter what it takes. If he wants to, you know, try to box, I'm just going to hunt his ass down. If he wants to come and bang, then I'm just going to bang it out as well. Whatever he wants to bring to the table, I'm going to bring it.
I heard you in an interview over there saying that, you know, you're not Jorge Linares. You know, that was an older fighter. You're a fresh fighter that's in his prime as well. Is that what it's all about against Devin Haney, taking him into deep waters? There seems to be, because he hasn't been in those kind of fights yet, the doubt of whether he can swim in those waters. Is that your intention, to make it very uncomfortable for him on that night and to rip that belt off his waist?
Absolutely, but it's not just that. It's just, I feel like I'm at my prime. I feel like I've already took all the steps that I needed to take to be at this point in my life and in my career. As far as, you know, taking fights with Andrew Concio, Rene Alvarado, Jesus Rojas, Tevin Farmer, Gary Russell Jr., Javier Fortuna. I already fought those top tier contenders. I feel like Devin Haney, he's a young fighter and he's a hungry fighter, and he has a lot of experience and he has a lot of, you know, ego to him, where he wants to go out and put on tough challenges, but I just feel like he doesn't have the experience that I have, and I feel like that's going to be the key factor to my victory come December 4th.
Do you feel like he has the toughness?
We'll see.
Devin, welcome. I know that, like I said to your dad, absolutely all comers were welcome in December. You two have been goading each other on social media. Finally, you got the deal done. I know you respect JoJo Diaz as a fighter, but you feel this is the perfect fight at the perfect time for you to showcase to the world that you are the best lightweight on the planet.
Yeah, first off, I want to thank God and my dad, Eddie Hearn, Metro, DAZN, my whole team. I've been preparing for this fight for a while now. I'm I'm so thankful that the fight finally came, and I just can't wait to show JoJo Diaz that he can be a dog, but at the end of the day, skills pay the bills, and if that's his only approach to that he's going to dog me, come on, I've been seeing that my whole career. So if that's your plan A, and you feel like that I'm just going to let you dog me, and that's how you're going to stop me, it's going to be a long night.
There seems to be still doubt from the players in the division about how good and how tough you are. You showed against Linares tremendous skill. You come through slight adversity in that fight as well. Does it get you back up that you feel like you have to prove to these people? Tio's been outspoken. He thinks that there's question marks over you. I know JoJo's been outspoken as well. But these fights are the fights that you need to showcase that. Linares was the first step of that, and I feel like this is the perfect fight for you to show the world.
At the end of the day, I don't feel like it's really any doubt with these guys with me, because at the end of the day, none of them are in a rush to fight me. JoJo Diaz wasn't in a rush to fight me. I feel like we had to corner him to make him take the fight, and all these other guys the same thing. They know my skill set. They know how much I bring to the table. And if JoJo didn't take this fight, the world would have known what it really was. And come December 4th, they're gonna see.
I know a lot of people talking about Devin Haney against Teofimo, obviously back-to-back on the zone as well, but there's always the chance of overlooking a great fighter like JoJo Diaz. That's not going to happen with you on December 4th. You're fully focused on this opportunity. Of course, everyone's talking about these super fights in the division, but I guess we all feel this is a super fight in the division.
Of course, I can't overlook JoJo Diaz. I know that he's going to come and fight. I mean, he's telling us that he's coming there to try to dog me out. And I don't want to make it through this press conference without telling him, thank you for taking the fight. Thank you for stepping up, because most of these guys wouldn't step up. So I appreciate that. And I just can't wait. This is going to be a great fight. JoJo Diaz is a dog. He's shown that. He's proven. I do feel like he is in the prime of his career. So it won't take nothing away from my victory when I win.
We know he's aggressive, we know he's a dog, as you say, but you feel like that will suit you down to the ground. And Bill talks about he believes you will end this fight inside the distance. Is that the statement that you want to make on December 4th? At
the end of the day, skills pay the bills. I've been seeing guys come at me and try to do everything they can to win for forever now. I've always been a slick boxer, always had skills, so I done seen it, over and over, time and time again. So I do feel like his style will be, tailor-made for me. There's nothing that he can do to win. He can't outbox me. I will show him that he can't outbang me. I have the size advantage. I have everything, all the tools to win, which I am not doubting him. I know that he's going to come in there and try to do everything that he can to win, but I just feel like there's nothing that he can do.
JoJo, is that the only way to win, to outbox this guy? I mean, he's very, very skillful. Is that a bad idea for you to go in there and try and outbox this young man?
Well, when I say outdog, it's not just just throwing punches and stuff like that. I got all the skills and I got all the resume in the back of my mind too, and in the back of my career. I mean, I'm a 2012 Olympian. I've fought all these tough fighters already, so it's not that I'm just the type of fighter that's just gonna bang it out. I'm not just gonna throw punches, just throw punches.
You say
I'm gonna break your ass down.
Okay, when you say
I'm gonna break your ass down, bro. I'm gonna eat your ass. Just be ready, bro.
It sounds good.
Just be ready. Just be ready.
No, I really want to ask you a real question. When you say experience, who have you fought like me that has a style similar to me?
Who have you fought that's like me?
I'm not saying experience. You didn't want to say experience. On paper, you're my 10 steps, but you said that you have more experience than me. Who have you fought like Devin Haney?
I'm not talking about that, bro. I'm talking about
all right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everything I've been through, as far as being hurt, as far as being cut. Bro, I'm gonna take you to places that you've never been. I'm gonna make you feel some shit. I'm gonna cut you on this. Bro, I'm telling you, you better hope that you got a good referee. You better hope that you got a good referee. Cause
don't make excuses. Don't make excuses now. Don't make excuses now.
I'm not making no excuses.
Okay.
I'm coming ready.
Listen,
I'm coming ready.
I'm not worried about my referees.
Just
I'm
be
worried
ready.
about the judges. It's me and you. You sound good.
December 4th, you don't want to miss it, on the zone, at the MGM.
JoJo, final words from both of you. Obviously, I remember when you beat Tevin Farmer. That was on our show. That was a rough loss for us. You came back, you missed weight. I think you lost a little bit of focus, but right now you seem to be in the absolute prime physically and mentally. This is really to go down as, you know, I guess you're already a great as a two-weight world champion, but this is to go down as a true great of the sport as a three-weight world champion. This is also to go down and talk about other massive fights in the division, Javante, Ryan, a massive life-changing opportunity for you. You're ready to do whatever it takes to beat Devin Haney.
Exactly, and I know that Devin Haney is a very skilled fighter, and I know it's going to be a tough fight. I know it's going to be a tough fight, and I know we're going to bring it out. He's going to bring out the best in me, and I'm going to bring out the best in him. But then at the end of the day, I know what I'm about, and I know that there's a lot at stake for myself. And I've been through everything already. I've been through all the ups and downs. I've been through all the trials and tribulations in my life and in my career. And now that I got my son and my family, my little baby boy, man, that just brings me that extra motivation to just go out there and just risk it all and set that ring. So
Skills, man.
I'm listening to fucking
I don't care what you've been through.
Bro, you ain't got no, you got skill, bro. You got skill. I'm gonna fuck you up. I got skill too, though. I got skill too, though. I got skill too, though.
It don't matter what you've been through, or what that don't matter. The
We'll see.
ring,
We'll see.
listen, you can do whatever.
We'll see.
In the ring,
We'll see.
skills.
Just keep that jab up, right?
Skills.
Keep that jab up.
Don't keep your game plan out, man. Don't keep your game plan out. Listen, don't let me get you focused. Like,
Keep that jab up.
Keep that inside. Listen, your team, keep that with y'all. Listen,
Keep that jab up.
I don't want to hear no excuses. Listen, you will see.
Do you think you'll have to show dog on December 4th yourself?
Skills pay the bills. I'm gonna show that.
Just skills. You don't think you need more than that?
Skills pay the bills, and I'm gonna show that.
Well, Devin Haney, JoJo Diaz, December 4th, MGM Grand, live on the zone. A tremendous fight night. Make sure you tune in or join us live in the arena. I believe this place is going to be completely sold out for a tremendous World Lightweight Championship as part of an unbelievable run-in to close the year live on the zone. Gentlemen, we'll have a head-to-head up here, please.